Hello, I'm Taryn Cafiero. I'm a realtor with John R. Wood. I've been a residential realtor in the Naples, Collier County for 15 years. So I know my stuff. I know the market inside out. A few years ago, I became certified as SRES. What is that? Seniors Real Estate Specialist. I was directed that way because of my own family situation with my parents, and most recently my mother. So I have a empathy and compassion for this niche in the world I'm very aware of. And SRES is specialized training for realtors to become very aware of the special needs of this community. My resource base is quite vast. From my relationship with Amanda and these other colleagues here on this board, I have close relationship with. These would be some of the professionals that I would bring into the work, whatever is needed. Each person or family that I work with, it's concierge in scope. Each one is tailor-made to that person's situation. You are all perfectly situated right now in the timing. The timing could not be more perfect for you. We've had this frenzy market, that's what I'm going to call it, where property values shot up substantially. And so the market value on your property, every single one of you in here, has increased substantially. Come and talk to me after. I'll be happy to do a report for you about your personal property, just so you'll know. So the upside about considering downsizing and selling at this time will definitely put extra money in your pocket to enable you to move. Do you want to rent for a while, or do you want to buy something else? Do you want to stay in this area? Do you want to go up north or cross country? You want to travel? We've got a friend over here that can set you up with that. My mother, I mentioned her, just sold her property during the height of this frenzy, and she did very, very well. Much better than we thought that she would have if we'd sold a year ago. But because she waited to the right timing, we sold it quickly within 2 or 3 weeks and moved her comfortably into Aston Gardens because that's what she needed in independent living. So she can come and go and travel, which is what she intends to do, with this extra. And she's also got funds that we've put into special trust through some of my colleagues and associates that are financial planners and senior elder care attorneys. So I have this network of colleagues that I work with that I, of course, would share with you. So that's the benefit of doing something right now. Someone said to me very recently, one of their concerns is, I've lived in my house for 20 years. I'm going to take a big hit in capital gains. And that's not necessarily true. What you do, knowledge is power. So again, the colleagues that I work with, the attorneys that do planning, estate planning, and elder care are very beneficial. I have a couple that work with me and have offered my clients free consultation. We'll talk to you about ways that you can work around these things. I'm not saying that you're not going to have to pay any taxes. You're going to have to pay something. But it may not be the big hit that you think it's going to be. So I just want to impart that to you. Any questions about that? Yes, sir.
Yes. Is there a fee involved in your work?
No. I'm at your disposal. Where I would make my money is on the sale.
On the sale.
Yeah. So for any of these things that I've just suggested to you, for me to evaluate your home, for me to introduce you to the attorney and the estate planner, or anything else that I would introduce you to, that wouldn't cost anything. All of my consultations would be for free. As I said, 15 years as a residential realtor. And also, I'll just say, I had 20 years experience as a photographer before that. So I have the eye and interior design. So I know when I walk into a residence what needs to happen there to make it sellable. Do we need a fresh coat of paint? Just saw a property come on the market last week where it's not everybody's taste. People have to visualize themselves living in that property. Visualization can be tricky for some people. It's best to keep it really clean, like neutral or white, and then you want to declutter it and decorate sparsely, kind of like a model home. If you ever visited a model apartment or a house, you kind of know that look, and it has a really fresh, clean aroma in the air. So we don't want any Yankee candles burning, something like that. It might be your favorite scent, but to other people, it may not be. So these kinds of things that I would hold your hand through every step of the way and introduce you to my friend Tracy to help with the move. Yes, sir.
What's the normal commission rate, and is it negotiable?
The normal commission rate is 3% for selling, 3% for buying, so a total of 6%.
Is it negotiable?
Sometimes. Depends on what price point you're talking about and what agency you're with.
So talk about the reasons why you would want to go ahead and move first.
You'd want to go ahead and move first. First of all, I'd say planning. Get it in your mind, gee, I think I want to maybe take advantage of this timing. It's the perfect time in my life. All the stars are aligning, the perfect time to sell, where I'm actually going to make some money on my property. So you would want to start looking at what resources were available to you. I happen to know there are over 100 different senior living communities between Collier County and Lee County. 100, that's a huge amount to choose from. You can rent or you could buy. You start looking and seeing what's out there and the kind of lifestyles that are available. It's like living in a country club, many of them. My mother, at first, she didn't want to move. She liked where she was. But when I showed her the kind of lifestyle she could be living, she selected Aston Gardens, but some of them, the continuing care communities like Moorings Park or Bentley Village, they have golf, tennis, art classes, you name it. It's like a resort lifestyle. So go and look at those apartments, look at the villas that they have available, and visualize yourself there. And then you go home and say, I could see myself living there. And what pieces of furniture might fit in those rooms? And think about that. Knowing you could go ahead and get something locked in there much easier than you could to go out and try and find another house or a condo in this market, because those prices have not escalated the way the rest of the housing market has. You could make a very easy transition for yourselves. And you would have a lot of help having that done. So then you get your house all ready to go and you move into your place. I'm an advocate of doing that ahead so that the property that you're in residence now is open. It's not disturbing you when I'm bringing potential buyers to look at your residence, or if your puppy is there or your cat or what, you don't have to worry about any of that. You've gone ahead and made your move.